Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man, nice. All right, so it is Tuesday. You know what that means? Drip feed. Today's Tuesday, drip feed day. We have another plane that came out with the Smuggler's Run DLC. This is the Mogul, the Mammoth Mogul, I believe. It's a pretty cool looking plane, not too bad. We go through everything all together, all the performance, offense, defense, all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button. Let's get like 3 million likes on this one real quick. No problem at all. So anyways, you can find it in war stock, cash and carry. There it is right there. It's a three-seater. You have a pilot, co-pilot, and a gunner on the turret. It's the Mogul. It's between 2,350,000 and 3,125,000. You get the trade price if you've done 30 Smugglers Run source missions or supply missions or whatever. Get that knocked out. So it's pretty cool. Let's read the description real fast. These are always great. Picture the scene. You're cruising low at 500 feet with a bogey on your six. Your turret man wheels around the guns. The roar of the twin propellers in his ears. And he cuts a ribbon of 50 cal holes right across their flank. As they fall out of the sky, you bring her around, swoop low enough to light a redwood off the burning wreckage, and make for the sunset. If losing the cops after a spot of petty larceny can be more fun than in a Mogul, we'd sure like to hear about it. Oh my god, it's so dumb. They make the description sound so much better than what the plane actually really is, to be honest. So anyways, okay. Let's check her out. Let's go ahead and purchase it. She looks good. It really does look like a nice plane. I mean, they did a really good job on this, from the landing gear, the exhaust, the red tips on the propellers. She looks good, really. I mean, it's not bad at all. It's a two-tone respray paint. You got some nice liveries. We'll go through all that. You have the single 50 cal turret on top, which you can upgrade to a dual 50 cal. This is a cool plane. It's modeled after the Model 18, the Beechcraft Model 18. And then I have a picture coming up right here. I actually did research on this. I want to make sure I got it right. This is the Beechwood Model 18, or Beechcraft Model 18 AT-11. This is the military variant of that plane. The civilian variant was kind of like the old school like G35, the old Gulfstream, like, you know, for rich people and moguls and shit like that. So that's what that looks like right there. And it really is a spitting image of it. It looks nice. So let's go ahead and check out some of the upgrades. Take a look and see what's going on with it. So as you get in, you can do your upgrades. And of course, you know, you're going to tack on several 100,000 more. The interior looks really nice. They did a really good job with it. You got like a working radar in there, as you see it, you know, blip back and forth. You got your altimeter, everything right there. The turret's back there. It's got the standard flyby seats or whatever. So I mean, it's not bad. It looks really good. Of course, you got your armor on there. Armor's going to set you back. It's, you know, it's not too bad. But when you add the armor, it does help out. I mean, if you're going to get this plane, you know, might as well add the armor on there. It's 37,500. It gives you an extra shot from like an explosive round, or you know, we'll check all that out. You got your countermeasures. You got flare. You got your chaff and stuff like that. The flares redirect the missiles. The chaff keeps them from locking on. Got your engine upgrades. Definitely go with the race handling on this. For some planes, the sport handling is better. But for this one, the slower planes and things like that, you need the sport handling. It definitely helps out. Here's some of the liveries you got all aboard. You got Lil Wavy. Sounds like some kind of new Instagram, YouTube rapper or something like that. Yo, it's Lil Wavy in the house. We got Sky King. You got Delivery Day. Duty Calls, Macked Out. You got the Expendable, which is pretty cool, like the movie The Expendables. And then you got Private Mogul. Of course, I had to get Private Mogul. I mean, you know, of course. So we got that one on there. It looks really nice. I like that. You got the good camo on the wings, the army green on the fuselage and the cabin, all that good stuff. It's not bad at all. So we'll go on. You got thrusters. You got the JTOW. You got the jet assist takeoff. You got that on there. That'll set you back a nice little penny. Your weapons. You have, of course, you got bombs that'll hold 50 bombs. You got explosive, incendiary, gas, and cluster. I just want the explosive on there. I just like the way those are, just old school traditional. But you see how much they cost. You got your primary weapons, dual 50 cal, 146,250, and I test out both of them. I just kind of do like a rough test. I mean, you guys should know by now what these things do. But you know, I'll go through a little bit. I do a live test, and you know, so you'll be able to see kind of what happens with it. Then you have the dual nose machine gun. That's pretty much just like a standard like 30 mil machine gun. It's not a 50 cal, I don't believe. It doesn't say it anyways. But it'll set you back almost to 200,000. Now the turret gun can be activated by the pilot. You just gotta hold down the right trigger, or the right arrow on the D-pad. Then you'll get your guy will swing in there, or the pilot can just activate the nose guns, which is, you know, no big deal. You just hit, you know, X or whatever it is for Xbox, what A or something like that, and it shoots your. I'm not sure what it is for PC. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and take it for a little fly. It's spinning around a little bit. Got a weird animation. My guy was floating around. You got the J-toe right there that lifts you off. It's not too bad. Even though the landing gear is up, it still looks like it's down. The wheels are still kind of out a little bit. This is a NPC, laser. I just had this single nose gun on there. I got a couple hits on it. She's decently, agile. Not too. Remember I have the racing, handling on there. She can drop some bombs, as accurate as always. This plane reminds me of what a Tula and a Cuban, if they had a kid, if they had a baby. This is what would come out right here. It's the Mogul. Like I said, you can dive bomb with it. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not very fast at all. She's slow up out of the when she pulls out of the turn. She has trouble kind of just doing a straight climb. So we got some explosive ammo. You should know by now what it is with this. It's no different if you have a person in or out of it. 3 shots takes it out. RPG, 1 shot, she's done. She's out. At the minimum, you're looking at over $2 million for this plane plus upgrades. I just don't think, it's going to be worth it for that. Now, I have a rule. It's always good to have, 5 times the amount if you want to buy something. So if you got like 10 million, go ahead if you want to add it to your collection. The top turret has limited range. It's weird. First person and third person have a different field of vision. You have more range if you're in third person. You can shoot lower and things like that than you do if you're in first person. So keep that in mind. It's better to shoot in third person if you want a bit more range. It's just a single 30 cal. It's decent, or the single 50 cal. It's decent. I'm shooting a little military truck back in the background over there. It takes about as long as you'd expect it to blow it up. Now, is it worth getting the extra? Now, if you're going to go ahead and get this plane, yeah, get the extra gun on there. You'll see here in just a minute that it is worth it. But, it takes a few seconds to blow up that truck. On foot mobiles, it's pretty, takes them out pretty quick. No big deal. And then you find out, and I'm kind of trying to show you the field of vision right here. You just don't have a very good range, especially if you're on the ground. I mean, I'm not flying, obviously. The plane is tilted up. But it's a really good demonstration of the limitations of the field of view. And the guns don't aim up very high either. And you have a lot more recoil in third person than you do first person. With first person, it hardly even looks like I'm even shooting the gun. And you see right there, I can't aim down. So, like I said, if you're in an aerial combat, this is not a jet that you want to do any kind of aerial combat with. Or this is not a plane you want to do any kind of aerial combat. It's just not going to work out for you. Absolutely not. As you see right here, the glass isn't really armored. I'm trying to get back into the pilot seat. I get killed. NPCs shoot me. Here this is actually a live test right here. There's some players that are coming out of their hangar. Once again, I did not want, this sucks. I had to do. I just wanted to test it out and see what it was all about. But I didn't really know they were out there. I'm just kind of shooting around. I shoot this plane right here. They're not using it, so as you see right here, you see how if I'm in first person, I can't aim on there. But if I'm in third person, I can go down a lot further. So with third person, you have a much better field of view and shooting range and things like that, which is nice. Of course, these planes this is not the gun. These planes for the missions have a lot more armor on them. They can take a lot more damage. So just keep that in mind. The guns aren't shit. It's just that plane is shitty. Lester, leave me alone. God dang it. Anyways though. But yeah, so I'm blasting away this thing. I was like, holy hell, what the hell? I was like, oh duh, this isn't a personal plane. It's one of the mission planes. So here's a laser over here. I just crack off a couple of rounds with the 50 cal. Dual 50 cals, it takes it out much quicker, obviously. Like I said, if you're going to commit to spending over $2 million on this plane, which I don't, unless you have plenty of money, go by the multiply by 5 rule. If you got 5 times the amount, if you have over $10 million, then yeah, you can add it to your collection. It wouldn't be that bad. That was a buzzard I just shot down right here. And here these guys spawn out with they spawn with a Savage. So I'm just kind of, shooting this thing real quick here and just kind of getting an idea of what it can do. And as you know, the Savage has more armor added to it. So I'm banging out with this 50 cal real quick. He decides to engage, shoots a couple missiles at me, and we kill each other. So yeah, I mean, it's decent. Like I said, it's not going to be the best. It's definitely not a fighter plane at all. And there you have it, man. I mean, like I said, it's a good plane to add to your collection. It's not something that I would recommend that you have to have at all. So, anyways, I hope this video helped out. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button. Definitely, man. Stay tuned for my. I have a big announcement coming up soon. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay dangerous. Peace out.